Good morning, everybody. Good morning. My wife has gone off to the gym this morning. She's taken the kids to school, leaving me behind to sort out this crazy house. It's Monday morning. It's actually a little bit later. It's like late morning rather than early morning. I've been lazing about on the sofa, I'm not gonna lie. But now I usually do this on a Sunday night. Excuse me. But now I'm gonna film and show you guys how I stay organised. So this is my organisation system. It's completely, well, not completely made up. I use a combination. So first off, let me just say I am sorry about the state of me. It's because it's a cleaning day. I've not got dressed. I have on pyjama bottoms and a hoodie. Why not? And the house is a tip because I've not started on it yet. Oh God, what is going on with me? Ugh, I apologise. Anyway, so yeah, organisation is what this video is about. So I have to be extremely organised in terms of where the kids should be, what we're doing in the day, when Nick's at work, what I'm doing when she's at the gym, what am I doing, keeping myself busy, etc, etc. The kids don't do a lot of like after school extracurricular activities that aren't school based. At the moment, we are looking into a few things. They haven't really shown any interest. Like Paige used to go to dance, and then she got bored of that, and yeah. So they don't do a lot. So don't come at me for that. We are looking into some things. Especially for Harley, she's proper into horses, and with her learning difficulties. If you don't know, sorry, I don't think I've spoken about this before, so I'll just touch on it quickly. She is undiagnosed at the moment. We're going through a diagnosis process, and if you've ever been through it, you'll know it takes a hell of a long time. But we believe her to be somewhere on the ASD, that's autistic spectrum disorder, somewhere on the spectrum. Not sure whether that's all I'm going to say on that one for now, because I will do some sort of sit down talk about it video, but for now we'll just say she has undiagnosed learning difficulties. She is obsessed, and when I say obsessed, I mean obsessed with horses, and has been asking for a while now if she can go ride horses and learn how to ride horses. So that's something we're looking into doing for her soon. So yeah, that's that. These 3 younger girls go to Brownies, Rainbows and Guides. I know I've mentioned that before because on a video where I was washing the uniform. That is on Tuesday evenings. And Paige does a after school club run by the school, which is like cooking and baking and such like. That is pretty much it, all they do. So my organisation isn't necessarily like, oh my God, I'm overwhelmed with places to be. It's more a case of keeping myself busy and keeping myself liable to myself. That's not the right word, but that's the only thing I can think of saying. So I can be lazy. Again, I don't think I've talked about this. I apologise. But I suffer quite badly from social anxiety and depression sometimes. Not all the time, but I suffer from anxiety a lot of the time. And so some of the things and rituals and whatnot I do is to keep that at bay and to keep that under control. So, yeah, that was a really long intro. I'm so sorry about that, guys. I'm going to get into the video now. Please excuse my mess. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take down our whiteboard. So I've shown this briefly before. This is our dining room wall above our table. So there's the table, radiator, and there's the wall. So we have these two cork boards. I can't get them in the shot. There we go. Two cork boards. One has a calendar on it, which has nothing written on it at the minute because I have not sat down and written anybody's birthdays, etc. on it yet. Yes, it is the end of February and I've still not written the birthdays down. See what I mean about being organised? Anyway, and then this one we stick up, pin up any sort of, at the minute we've got an invitation for one of the girls' friends to go to a party. So now I've flipped you around, I'm going to show you my whiteboard. So the whiteboard goes in the centre of those two corkboards there. And this is pretty much our lifesaver. So the kids know everything that's happening. We know everything that's happening. And yeah, so what I'll do now is I'll talk you through it. So here, self-explanatory, is a menu for the week. So the kids have input in this on what we eat, what they like, and on what days. We have a very strict budget, as you can imagine, being 7 of us. We try to eat healthy, but we also try to just eat what we like, really. So as you can see there, spaghetti and meatballs, that's one of the kids' favourites. So that will be packed full of vegetables. Kids end up leaving the vegetables, but you know, whatever. Curry, again, will be packed full of vegetables. Chicken, chips and peas. So the kids really wanted chicken dippers this week. We didn't want that, so we're going to have chicken Kievs and the kids are going to have chicken dippers. And we'll just add some peas or perhaps some sweet corn as well, maybe something else. Or some of the kids do like beans, and I know Nick likes beans, I don't, so they may have beans. A pasta bake, and then on Friday we're having a pizza night, but I don't think I've written it on yet, no I haven't, but the weekend, the kids are with their dad this weekend. So that pizza night will be for me and Nick, so what we might do is we might get some, I like to make homemade pizzas, but from like tortilla wraps. Might do that. And then we've got sweet potato, jacket potatoes. I've not decided on the toppings yet. Pork chops, potatoes and veg. And then as you can see, we have this grid here, which is marked Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then the weekend. And then this section here is for the kids, and this section here is for us, for the mums. So it's quite self-explanatory from that bit. Then down here, this is the jobs, the chores that the kids do. The flipping lines are not straight and it bugs the heck out of me. But I can't be bothered to go back and do it, so it'll have to do. Anyway, so yeah, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. They don't do jobs at the weekend just because, well, we don't. And as you can see, Friday is blank this week because, again, like I said, the kids are going to the dads this weekend. The kids do get paid for their jobs. They get pocket money once a week if they've completed all jobs. And yeah, so that's what they do. So we have... Oh, they also have input in what jobs they do. We do try and keep it fair to make sure everybody's doing a bit of everything. And we have what we call a big job, which is the top line, and a little job. So the big jobs consist of emptying and refilling the dishwasher, switching over the washing, as in clothes, and then hoovering through the downstairs and mopping the kitchen floor. When we get new kitchen floor, we're also having kitchen floor in here in the dining room, so like the same floor through, getting rid of the awful carpet, and so the mopping will include that as well. And then the small jobs are wiping the sides and the table, so the kitchen sides and the table, polishing as in dusting, polishing in the living room, and then tidying up the shoe rack, because as you can see, our shoe rack. There's our coat area. There's the rack. There's the shoes. So that's one of the kids' jobs, because it's their shoes that get messed up. Excuse me. Okay, and then I have this printout here because this never changes. And this is the evening routine. You can screenshot it if you like and just use it as a guide for your own. So they all know that what time they sort of arrive home. They know what days they're doing after school clubs. They know what days they're going to brownies and rainbows and guides, etc. And it just gives them a little guide to know, right, what should I be doing now? Should I be on my jobs? Because especially Lucas, our lad, he'll get home from school, dump his bag and his coat and his shoes, run upstairs, switch on his Xbox, potentially, if we don't notice. Because he obviously, he's almost 13, so he takes himself to school, brings himself home. He could come in the house, go straight upstairs, and we don't even realise he's home, he's on his Xbox. And it's like, hold on, you've done no homework. Basically, he needs a lot of encouragement to be where he should be and doing what he should be doing at the time it should be done. As you can imagine, he's a teenage boy. So, looking at that nighttime routine, that printout, he knows he comes home from school, he's to sit and do his homework straight away. It's not perfect. It doesn't always work. We have to remind him, but it's there. So that's the whiteboard. Now, in conjunction with that, I use something called a bullet journal. Again, with my anxiety, this is not just an organisation tool. I use this as a way to focus my mind for my anxiety. So, if you've never heard of a bullet journal, it is a type of diary or journal that you use in whatever way you like, and it's meant to help you stay organised, as well as it can be as a place to be productive and artistic and anything you want it to be, really. It can be as plain or as fun as you want it to be. So I use my bullet journal in conjunction with our whiteboard for a more personal. So the whiteboard's for the family, the bullet journal's for me, if you get what I'm saying. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to give you a little bit of a sort of overview of my bullet journal. Just a quick flip through. I'm not going to go, if you want to see a bullet journal in detail, just search bullet journal videos on YouTube. There are so many brilliant YouTubers out there that do bullet journals as their main content, and they're amazing. And that's how I got into it, just watching videos, and I've adapted it to me, to my style. And that's what you'll do. You'll pick it up and adapt it to you. So yeah, I'm not going to go into great detail and pretend I know everything or profess to be the best artist in the world or anything like that. This is literally my journal. So I'm not going to go into detail about it, but I am going to show you how it works in terms of organisation when it comes to like cleaning and things like that, and where we are on a day-to-day basis. So guys, not the best angle, I'm afraid, but we're working with what I've got. As you know, I film on my phone at the moment. We are almost ready to be buying my camera, but you know. Anyway, so this is my journal. I can't remember the name of it, but I'll try and insert it somewhere on the screen so you can see what it's called. They come in all different styles, different colours with different animals on. Mine has a cute little elephant. It has a pen loop on the side, and I just keep a normal biro there. So yeah, let's go through my bullet journal. So this is my bullet journal for 2020. So that's just the front page 2020. Then I have an index here, and this is just to show what page has what. And one little tip I do have is if I want to save a page, I will put a little bit of what's called washi tape, which is just this low tack decorative tape on the corner of a page or along the edge of a page, which you'll see as we go through, just to be able to find that page again. So I put it here, so like March, I've just done March last night, there it is. So as we go into it, I've just got the key. This is what I use as my reference. So I have a dot for a task, a cross through it when it's completed, I move it, cancel it, a circle for an event or a birthday, square for an appointment, slash for a note, asterisk for a payday, and then an asterisk with a circle when a bill is due. And then a cute little, just needed to fill this page here. No one ever made a difference by being like everyone else. I thought that really just resonated with me. My 2020 overview. Sorry about that, guys. It was my wife calling me, telling me she's on her way back from the gym and could I put her on a bath. So where was I? So yes, this is my 2020 overview. It's just got a list of all the months of the year, and then a list of anything that's happening that year, so birthdays, when we go away, school year, etc, etc. Then this is the good stuff. This is how I stay organised for my cleaning and such like. So daily in the morning I will make the beds, not done it today, gotta be honest, put away the dishes from the dishwasher, do the laundry, and a 10-minute tidy in each room. So it usually takes me, it's not necessarily 10 minutes per room because some rooms are dirtier than the other, but it's kind of like a quick power hour. So that's what I do, tidy up. And then on an evening we just make sure we've got a dish-free sink and all the dishes are in the dishwasher and the dishwasher goes on, that the kitchen is clean and tidy, that the toilet has been bleached once everybody's finished using it and in bed. We've hoovered through, so again that's one of the kids' jobs, and that all the clothes have been put away from that day because we have quite a lot of laundry, as you can imagine. And then weekly, and with the weekly, fortnightly and monthly, I just drew in these boxes so I can mark off when it's been done. I just haven't marked these off, I swear it's been done. Excuse me. I've just forgotten to mark these off in February. Anyway, so weekly I change the bedding and put the bedding in the washer. I deep clean the bathroom and I clear out our fridge. Now, to be honest, I don't do this one weekly. This might sound disgusting. I give the fridge a good wipe, but I don't clear it out, if that makes sense. So when I say clear out and clean, I mean like deep clean, so take all the shelves out and etc. So I do clear it out, as in get rid of anything that's like out of date and such like, or anything that's gone bad, whatever, and give it a wipe over, but I don't do a deep clean on it weekly. I sort of do that when it's needed really, which when you're doing it weekly and just wiping it out, it doesn't need it, but just wanted to clarify that. Fortnightly, which doesn't start till March, and the reason being is because we have mow lawns. Now we can't mow our lawns until next month because that's when what we are like garden refuge bins start to be collected. The windows fortnightly do get done, but again just didn't mark it off until March. Our windows only got done last week because we had a window, like a blind company come out and just measure all the windows, so I gave them a really good clean beforehand. So yeah, probably do them next week now. The car inside and out, if I'm honest with you, the car has not been cleaned outside since before Christmas. That's disgusting. At this point, I'm thinking the dirt holds it together, I'm not going to lie. It's kind of a feature, the kids draw in it and everything, it's gross. So that is due to be done really soon. Again, our lawns aren't mega long anyway, just because just before Christmas we did keep on top of them. But like I said, the garden refuge bin doesn't get collected until March. Through the winter it stops being collected, so that's why we only had March on there. The others were done. Inside the car gets done quite regularly. It's just the outside hasn't been done. So anyway, monthly, I deep clean the oven. So again, it gets wiped out. Any sort of obvious mess gets wiped as and when. But a deep clean gets done once a month. Once a month will choose a room to declutter. And when I say this, I mean declutter. So last month in January was the girls' bedroom, and it had a major overhaul. So the girls actually commented after it was done. I got them involved, obviously, and we made sure nothing was sort of given away that they were still like fairly attached to. But the girls were quite proud of themselves because they gave 3 big bin bags away to charity. And you might think, well, it's a bit close to Christmas to be doing that, but normally I do it before Christmas, but I hadn't got around to it, so we did it after. We did it in January. Okay, so also monthly I clean and dust light and hard to reach areas. So we have some very pretty light fittings, and we will be getting more as and when we decorate the house. And unfortunately they do gather dust, so I just get a feather duster, spray it with a little bit of watered down Zoflora, and just give everywhere a good dusting. And on top of the fridge gets done, and you know, top of doorways and stuff like that. Anything that's too high to be reaching on a daily basis, that gets done once a month. So that's my cleaning ritual, if you like. So yeah, I like it. I aren't an artist, I aren't the best at lettering, but I like it. It keeps me good. Anyway, next thing I have is my ideal daily schedule. You can have a little look at that. It's not always like that at all. So for example, get up and get dressed. Doesn't always happen at 7 o'clock. A lot of the time, like now, I'm sat in my pyjamas, and you know, if Nick's off work, she's going to take the kids to school, and I'm going to let her. So yeah, morning cleanup hasn't happened today because of this video. It will be an afternoon cleanup, so that'll change my afternoon around. So yeah, that's just the ideal. If every day ran smoothly, that'd be what it is. And again, that is for my peace of mind, not to try and be perfect or anything like that. That's just for me to stay healthy, really, in my brain. So then we come to January. I set up this bullet journal at the end of 2019, so January was all set up at the same time as all the rest of the pages, and this is the front page. And I decided to go for a light bulb theme. I think these are really, really cute. I actually really want some of those dangly Edison light bulbs in the dining room in here. I think it'd look really, really nice, but we'll see. And then I just put a little quote down here from Maya Angelou: "Nothing can dim the light that shines within." And I just think that's beautiful. Beautiful. And then on every month I have a calendar just with all of what's going on that month, and then some notes. And again, with this edging of the the edges of the pages on each month, I put a piece of washi tape. This should have actually gone here, but never mind. And then every month I do what we call a mood tracker. So this tracks my mood, and I just do 3 moods: good, bad, and middle, somewhere in the middle. Because if I try and do too many moods, some people on YouTube, if you watch any of the sort of bullet journal videos, you'll see that they'll have like whether I'm happy, whether I'm tired, whether I'm this, whether I'm that. That just blows my mind. I'm either happy, I'm sad, or I'm somewhere in the middle. There's no need to be getting all technical. So that's the mood tracker I did that month. And then the habits tracker, I always track the same habits, as you'll see as we go through. I may add them along the way, but you know. Then I go into my weeklies, and this is where the organisation comes. So in my weekly on a Sunday night, what I'll do is I'll sit and put together a weekly spread, which will have Monday through Sunday. It'll have the menu in there. It'll have, usually put a sleep tracker in there, how many hours a night I'm sleeping. And then I will divide those tasks that I have, like the cleaning tasks, or if I have any other tasks, or if I have any appointments and stuff like that, and I'll divide them through the week, so it's not too much on one day. So it's not like I'm waking up on a Monday morning and thinking, shit, the house is a tip, like today, and thinking I've got to get all this done. Excuse me. So I divide those jobs up, and that sort of works for me. And then that's where, from dividing them up, tasks that I've put in here will go into here, if you are following along. So like once we got into Feb and we start looking through my weeklies, you can see how, like for today, I have my tasks split up, which I will get started on as soon as I finish filming this. So, you know, quick clean through, food shopping, etc. And yeah, get all that done. And hopefully now you can see how this works. Like I've said before, we are a big family. We have a lot of us. There's a lot of us to keep track of. And a house to keep clean, and that's just how we do it. So yeah, it works. Hope you've liked this video. Give it a big thumbs up if you did. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments if you have any other ideas for organisation, if you think I could do anything a bit better or anything like that. Subscribe if you haven't already. Stick around, enjoy the family. We'd love to have you. And thank you for watching. Bye, guys.
Bye.
We'll be right back.